Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb Edition, version 1.48 edition. That's 2 editions, isn't it? I don't know, I have to confess here. This is an interesting episode as we random here and get Samson. That's going to make it an even more interesting episode. But I've actually been away from, I don't even know what you would call it, been away from the recording desk for a week, shall we say. I went on a little bit of a family vacation from my home in Ontario to, scenic Quebec City. So what makes this an interesting episode, on the one hand, is A, playing as Samson, which is probably a recipe for disaster here, especially as I've already lost half of a spirit heart. B, I've just returned home as of less than an hour ago for sure, from like a 6-hour train ride. And C, the lady on the train apparently had it out for me because I've had like 6 glasses of wine on the way back. That's the perks of Canadian rail travel, I suppose. So we got like a 30% intoxicated, 30% fatigued, absolutely no memory of how to play The Binding of Isaac with any sort of aptitude, and playing as one of the worst characters, so I can only foresee good things happening here. So we're gonna play as Samson. Like I said, anything could go right or go wrong here. We're already down half of a spirit heart, which is terrible, but this key is actually a huge boon for us as we enter into this next area, except we end up getting Remote Detonator, which is not necessarily the worst item we could get, but it's not great either. The good news is that this is going to give us 5 bombs, and we didn't have any bombs, I believe, going into that room, so that's a bonus for us. However, not my favorite item. The ability to find a secret room like that is nice, but we didn't really need Remote Detonator to make that happen. And I am going to play the slot machine here, just to see if maybe we can earn another key out of it, because really we're on an XL floor here to start with, so earning that key right off the bat is going to be huge for me. First things first, let's see what this pill does. Health up, that is absolutely enormous when you're playing as Samson. That is basically like we just beat a boss right now and got another upgrade. We'll kill this fly. Let's see what we get out of this one. Alright, 2 cents left. 6 cents for a health up is a fairly good trade in my books anyway. So we're out of money. Let us put a bomb there, blow this up. We get 2 more bombs and, wow, 6 more cents out of it. So effectively, we traded basically nothing for that. We actually earned, I guess, 1 bomb total out of that, which is a pretty solid deal. I mean, not only did we earn 1 bomb, but on top of that, we earned, a health upgrade as well, which is huge, especially when you're playing as a character like this, where low health is one of the principal reasons why runs can go incredibly poorly. So we're going to put a bomb here, let's blow this up, take care of these asshole fires, and hopefully we'll get a key out of this. We get a fork, which is lifesteal, I believe, but again, it's been a week, so I'm a little bit out of it with respect to, what the heck upgrades you get from stuff like this. I think I need an Isaac 101 course of my own. Now, if you're watching this, speaking of Isaac 101, it may or may not be common knowledge at this point, the Michael A. L. Fox has bested me when it comes to Spelunky, He got to hell before me. I will say, earlier on, this is back in, I guess, mid to late July, I scored the first point in that blow. A lot of people forget that Mike and I were playing Spelunky at around the same time. I beat Olmec before he managed to beat Olmec. That was around the time that we did those like Northern Lion and Friends Play Spelunky episodes. But certainly, he got to hell first. He was putting down some consistent runs when I was doing quite poorly. And he is actually, if you haven't seen the episode yet, I apologize for the spoilers, but he has beat hell. So I encourage you to go check his run out if you're interested in that, high-level Spelunky gameplay that I may or may not ever reach, but I'm going to continue trying. Let's see what we got here. Well, that takes away that half spirit heart, which is a pain in the ass. Oh well, I mean, at least we got that health upgrade to compensate for it. The heck was I going to say? I'm going to keep trying to play Spelunky, mostly because I enjoy Spelunky as a game. And I maintain that until he does it in front of a live audience, or at least until I'm there to see him do it, and we go to head-to-head pay-per-view Tyson and Holyfield style, then, what he's done is not necessarily definitive. It's what you do when the cameras are on that counts. And I mean, immediately after saying that, I realized that it made no sense because we, do all of our videos with the cameras on. But if nothing else, congratulations, Michael A. L. Fox. Definitely, it's not a great item, holy water here, but we'll take it. Not afraid to admit that, certainly a more calculated Spelunky player, probably better overall. I think he has more consistent results, but what can I say? I like playing with the certain je ne sais quoi that I have, and I mean, I'm not using je ne sais quoi as like a language. Oh, and there are 2 keys here, that's actually awesome. As, just flair for language, poetic license, if you will. I actually don't know what makes my Spelunky runs so entertaining for myself, personally. I don't even know people enjoy them at this point. Apparently, youtube.com/northernlion these days is just like, are you a masochist? Do you hate watching people be good at games? You'll love Northern Lion then. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to pick up one of those hearts that was abandoned earlier on. We got that spider to come out without too much fanfare. We got Temperance, which is a blood bank, of course. But before we fight these bosses, we've really got to make our way down here to the bottom part. So, you know, first, these, like, XL floors, the cellar or the basement XL, they can potentially be awesome floors to start with or terrible floors to start with. More likely than not, you're going to end up in these situations that we're in right here, which is not awesome, not terrible, just somewhere middling. We've got a spacebar item we want to get rid of that actually did allow us to get some benefits. We got holy water, which is a pretty god-awful item, all things considered. It's like a passive, unaimable lemon mishap. But we did get that health upgrade, which is what balances things out. And now is the moment of truth, I guess, is what we'll see when we beat these bosses. We'll see which kind of items we get, and if these are going to give us much benefit at all. So first things first, we're going to be fighting a pink widow. Fairly easy. I believe that the pink widows, the compensation for the fact that they spawn these asshole enemies that actually shoot out real bullets as opposed to shooting out spiders. I'm not sure if one's better than the other, but anyway. The compensation is that I believe the pink ones have lower HP than the regular, you know, gray or peach-colored ones. Plus we have the Rage from Samson, so we are going to do more damage as the fight goes on. So we'll see what we've got here. HP up would be awesome. That's indeed what we get. And, you know, we could Temperance here. And we'll pick up another 2 cents as a result of that, which is going to make maybe the shop on this floor worthwhile, actually. And we're going to fight Famine. And what I'm thinking is that maybe, if we get lucky, we'll be able to parlay the success of that HP upgrade on the first floor into a deal with the devil on this floor and pick up something awesome. I'm not going to mention those items that seem to set so many people off. Northern Lion, that was terrible. How dare you, when you play The Binding of Isaac, try to get the items that are the best in the game. I realize, here's the thing, I do not necessarily perceive myself as having a contentious relationship with the Isaac fans at this point. I love you guys, I'm glad you guys continue to watch the content, but I get these comments now and then, which is like, Isaac's becoming a little stale to me, Northern Lion. Why do you always get Brimstone and Mom's Knife? And my perception is not that, you know, maybe I have a part in that state. Oh my god, my keyboard locked up for a second because I was holding a button too long. My perception on that is, you know, maybe it's a little bit boring because I have a tendency to go with the same items again and again. But that's, you know, if I was playing like MLG level Isaac, these are the items that I would go for. But maybe for a lot of people, not all people, and I'm not trying to like reverse advertise my own series here, but yeah, it's 300 episodes in, you know? Maybe you're just getting a little bit tired of The Binding of Isaac. Time to relax the gas pedal a little bit until, you know, the remake comes out, and we'll see what goes on with the... Yes, I'll definitely buy the compass. We'll see what goes on with the co-op and the adversarial multiplayer in that, if there is adversarial multiplayer, which I thought there was. But yeah, I'm not trying to say, like, you know, if you don't like the way I play Isaac, fuck off. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more varied, shall we say. I don't think any of those are worth a bomb. But that being said, you know, if you're getting a little bit tired of the Isaac series, don't sweat it. Particularly if you're watching this and you like this kind of like roguelike setup, but you're getting a little sick of the Isaac stuff, check out Spelunky, check out, you know, XCOM even has an element of that. Check out FTL, all these games, not just the series that I'm doing, but check out the games themselves, they're fantastic. It's a tough dodge there. You know, check out Tokyo Jungle. I hate to make it seem like this episode is just me pimping Mike's channel, but he's doing a Tokyo Jungle playthrough right now. Check that out if you want to see, you know, a Pomeranian, you know, father a litter of children and then fight a pack of alligators. What do you call more than one alligator anyway? It's not a pack of alligators. A cartel? This is not good for me. Yeah, so we've already lost that heart, but that's okay. Now we're getting a little bit crazy. I could find myself in a tough position here. I lost like 2 full hearts. But again, that's the problem with Samson, is that his base damage is quite low. His health is okay right now. You know what? I think it is worth getting rid of our TNT, sorry, our remote detonator to pick up the teleport, because the I Am Air room has the potential to give us great success. We just teleported into a secret room randomly, and we'll see if we can pick up, you know, maybe some better trinkets or maybe some extra spirit hearts as a result of this. We got a lover's card, so that's going to take us back to full health. Immediately, I would say that the teleportation has done well for itself. I'm worshipping a sun god, apparently. And we get nothing there. 1 second, I'm going to de-sweater here. Again, it was in Quebec City earlier this morning, actually, quite cold there. I'm not sure in terms of Fahrenheit. I think it's in the high 30s, early 40s Fahrenheit. It's like 2 to 5 degrees Celsius, but here in my hometown it's actually a little bit warmer. This mid-October temperature, even warmer than I would like it to be honest. So again, that slot machine actually turned out quite well for us when we blew it up. We got a nice little return on our investment, I would say. We do not have a key anymore, which means the shop is completely unviable here. I'm taking some crazy damage. Chalk that up to a little bit of, you know, post-vacation atrophy. Might be the best way to describe it. Also playing as Samson. There's our key. We're still not going to be able to go to the shop. I mean, we've had poor item rooms so far. And they're not just poor because they don't have Mom's Knife and Brimstone in them. They're poor because they're spacebar items that are not really good from a late game perspective. Like the thing with when you take teleport, I don't even remember what the actual teleportation device is called. I think it's just called teleport. This is Maggie's Faith. Let's take it because I don't know what it does, so it's going to be interesting. The thing with teleport is that when you use it, you're always, it's a risk even if you do get the I am error room, because your risk is, you know, if I use it right now and I get to that I am error room, I don't fight the boss, which is a really bad thing, because it means I'm missing out on an HP upgrade or a tears upgrade or something, you know, equally valuable, potentially anyway. It might just be something that I don't want, like a, I don't know, range upgrade or something. But that's the reason I'm not using it immediately right here. But, of course, the benefits, the potential for benefits is high as well. I'm not sure if you can teleport to a deal with the Devil Room, but, I mean, that would obviously make, or, you know, improve the effectiveness of this item on the whole as well. But even in my whole Isaac career, and I've probably used teleport in less than 10 runs, seriously, like for more than a floor or two, I've only been to the I am error room maybe half a dozen times. It's something that doesn't come up all that often. In fact, it comes up so rarely that at least once or twice a week, I'll get a message on YouTube that is like a screenshot of someone being in the I am error room, and they're like, I came across this crazy glitch in the Binding of Isaac. Have you ever seen it? Well, yes, I have seen it, and it's quite certainly not a glitch, but I can understand why you think it would be, because A, it says, you know, I am error, and if English is not your first language, you might not be able to detect that there's some kind of deliberateness there. But beyond that, simply the fact that it shows up so rarely. It's one of those things that it probably shows up like, you know, once every 20 to 50 Isaac games, depending on how much you have an affinity for teleportation. And obviously I have, you know, borderline zero affinity for teleportation as an item. But, you know, it's one of those situations where teleportation is probably better than what I was using before, so I guess I can't really complain. Now, there's 3 possible locations that I can see for the secret room here, and I would love to get, you know, like a 12-cent secret room so I could buy something from the shop. Certainly not there, so let us check our second location. We've already seen one secret room, but that was the top secret room. Alright, so I think it's going to be all the way down here. Thank God that I do have all these bombs. And hopefully we find some hearts at some point, too, because even, you know, I'm probably going to be fine, but having... I might even want Isaac's Fork. Yeah, you know what, let's go with Maggie's Faith. Again, I don't know exactly what it does, and that makes things more exciting, don't you think? So we'll see what we've got here. 3 cents. Certainly not worth the 3 bombs that we spent to make this happen. But, you know, there's always the chance that maybe we get Pageant Boy or something, and that money that we get from Pageant Boy combined with those 3 cents allows us to buy something amazing from the shop. Who knows? I think it's probably unlikely, but we're going to do what we can here anyway. So let's see what we've got. We got Gertie. Gertie, not a horrible draw for my, you know, current... Oh, that was bad, actually. For my current situation, I really did not expect to take damage on that one. The reason Gertie's not so bad is because Gertie does spawn, you know, kind of her own brand of familiars, like that grandfather flag that you can see right there, which allows me to build up a little bit of rage. And as this fight goes on, I should do more and more damage. Kind of like the opposite problem that you have with someone like Gertie, or sorry, someone like Maggie on a Gertie fight, where the fight drags on and on and on because you can't seem to do any damage. Hopefully with Samson, this fight should, you know, the rate at which we kill Gertie should get faster as this fight goes along, especially if it keeps spawning those red things there and keeps killing them, actually, which makes our life much easier, of course. Sure, shoot some bullets. I don't really care at this point, Gertie. Now, we're not building rage as fast as I would like to, but, you know, hopefully that's something that will change as we come through here. Did a rare dodge to the right side there. Almost never do that during the Gertie fight. Not necessarily any worse. It's just not something that, you know, I consider in my Gertie plans, basically. Now, the strategy that a number of people have submitted for dealing with Gertie, at this point, like, the strategies for dealing with Gertie are pretty much unnecessary, I think, on my end anyway, because I'm not trying to brag here at all, because I'm still not great at the Binding of Isaac in all likelihood, depending on you know, your estimation. Anyway, but a strategy that I get a lot is, hey, when Gertie spawns those green, like, bomb-shooting nubs, don't kill those, and then they'll hit Gertie when they explode. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, but I also run the risk of getting hit by Gertie myself. Or getting hit by those nubs myself. So we got a speed upgrade. We'll teleport here. Teleportation didn't do anything really spectacular for us. I'm not going to bother picking up that extra heart. It's going to cost me a bomb in order to do so. And right now, we're in a pretty bad position here. 3 floors in, we got a speed upgrade, holy water, cube of meats. Maggie's Faith gives you an eternal heart every floor? Or, sorry, I totally forgot what I called them. I thought I... Oh, there it goes. I thought I called them eternal hearts. Gives you one of the white hearts every floor. That's pretty useful, actually. The reason it's terrible is because I'm going to take a bunch of damage, but depending on the setup you had, that could be awesome. Like, if you were running in Spirit Hearts, like, if you had several Spirit Hearts, then Maggie's Faith would basically be like getting an extra HP upgrade every floor. The other alternative is, if you're just awesome, like, truly remarkably good at the... Oh, this is not good. At the Binding of Isaac. Wow, that is goddamn embarrassing. Let's replay here. That was a terrible run. But yeah, the Maggie's Faith, you know, interesting item, to be sure. An item that I would not necessarily mind having in the future, but I would definitely want to be in a more spirit-heavy environment in order to make that happen. So we had some not great luck there. It's a run that, you know, if it had been given more time, possibly had a chance to flourish into something beautiful. Who knows? I don't mess around with stuff like that. I want high damage right off the get-go. And if we don't get it, then, you know, I guess that just sucks for me. It's not really the game's problem, is it? The game's still enjoyable either way, but let's kill this here. We don't need any keys because we're not on an XL floor. We pick up POLYPHEMUS right off the bat. Who's happy? I'm a happy guy. We're going to go examine probably what is the last room here, and this is going to be awesome for us, because if we fight something like Duke of Flies, I wish I could. Wish I could, buddy. Actually, we could play it once. Just get real crazy with it. Well, okay, that would be real crazy if I picked that up. But yeah, if we fight like Duke of Flies, Famine, any boss that actually spawns small enemies, we're going to be able to build rage super fast. Pin is like the exact opposite of those archetypes that I named earlier, but either way, POLYPHEMUS is still going to do a ton of damage. It's going to slow down our shooting like crazy. So I've really got to aim, which is a problem for me, as you can see. I've only hit 2 shots here. Now 3, of course, but really just got to... It's almost like we're using artillery here. I've got to plan my shots accordingly, because I don't have... You know, I'm not firing an M16 here. I'm firing I don't know, a rocket launcher. Clearly my military... Or my knowledge of military armaments is not that strong. Oh, there we go. So we get Wheezy, Squeezy, whatever. That is 2 Spirit Hearts as well as a Tears upgrade. Tears upgrade super valuable when you're playing with POLYPHEMUS here. And I would say that we are safe to go down to the next floor. I could possibly go back to Demon Judgment. Who knows? Might be a good idea. But we have already gone down to the next floor, so I'm not going to sweat it. And again, this is what I mean when I say that Rage is going to be awesome for us here, combined with POLYPHEMUS, or, you know, vice versa, because we're going to be able to take out those flies so easily and build up Rage super quickly compared to, you know, where we were even a run ago. I mean, 1 enemy killed is bringing me to this level of Rage, which is great for me. Sadly, cannot really afford to go to the curse room without losing a Spirit Heart, which could prove to be super valuable to me. Can't go to the item room without a key. We do have a Tinted Rock here, which is obviously going to be something... Oh, come on! That I'm going to have a lot of interest in. That key is excellent as well, so the item room is possible now. 2 more Spirit Hearts. Immediately, this run is proving way, way luckier than the run that we had before it. And I like POLYPHEMUS as an item. I've said this several times, but it makes a great base for other items. We're going to have the Book of Sin. Book of Sin immediately pays for itself, at least, by giving us another key. But by and large, this is probably going to be an item that I'm going to be looking to get rid of in favor of another spacebar item a little bit later. So we'll just kill these things. I cannot stress enough. High damage or high HP enemies like this, to be able to hit them and kill them in 1 hit is awesome for everybody involved. Maybe slightly intoxicated. I still know what I like with respect to the Binding of Isaac items. Now, we are definitely going to use our last key here to go to the shop whenever we find it. We have another bomb, which we're certainly going to use to blow up this Tinted Rock. Please give us more keys. Well, it gives us 2 more Spirit Hearts. You know, truth be told, that's probably more valuable than more keys at this point. Especially when we just get another one right there. And we're going to have map, spirit hearts, and bomb. We're going to go for map, because that's going to show us where the secret room is. And then if we get 2 more cents, we'll get the bomb so that we can go to the secret room anyway. Because we don't have any bombs right now. And we are going to be able to build a little bit of rage here, but probably not too much. But it doesn't matter, as you can see, with Polyphemus and rage built as much as it is, I'm doing a sizable amount of damage to Monstro here. He'll be dead in less than 10 hits for sure. Less than 10 extra hits, I should say. So maybe 3 or 4 more should be enough. If I can get him to stop jumping over them, that would be even better. 1 more, I would say. Yeah, there we go. So we get Crate, which is more Spirit Hearts. Excellent. If I can get a good deal with the Devil here, I would be tickled pink, basically. Let's see what we got here. Justice, that's going to be more keys, bombs and money. Spirit Heart, let's see what this pill does. Luck down. Not a huge deal at this point. And we could get real crazy here. You know what? I'm going to give up my last Spirit Heart for Brother Bobby. Sorry, my last regular heart for Brother Bobby. And we're going to see if we can't make something, you know, absolutely absurd happen here. We've got a lot of Spirit Hearts considering we're on the 2nd floor. Now we're in this situation where the Polaroid is fantastic for us. We're back up to beyond 15 cents, so shops are going to be great for us. We do need to get rid of this Book of Sin in all likelihood and pick up something better. At the very least, we need to get some batteries to make it work a little bit better and hope to get a ton of Spirit Hearts out of it. But certainly, you know, things are looking interesting right now. I think the ladder's definitely going to be worth it, and will pay for itself before we're done. Obviously, if we get a little bit more money, I would love to buy that Spirit Heart as well, but we'll see how that pans out. Ladders should be more valuable to us than 1 Spirit Heart. Oh, we'll just back up. Okay, we get a pill out of this. It's the telepills that took us to the item room and gave us extra speed plus range. Well, the pill didn't give us extra speed plus range. The item room gave us extra speed plus range. Boy, did it ever give us a lot of extra speed plus range, but it's all good here. I'd say I feel much better about this run than I did about the run that just completely failed, or, you know, I completely failed on. Let's be honest here. Stop doing the little dipsy doodles there. Okay, so we'll take this. We're going to be able to buy that Spirit Heart now, which could be super valuable. Teleport is not more valuable than Book of Sin, I would say. I'd say we're better off with the item that we've got. Sadly, we do have to actually kill these greed heads, but hopefully, you know, first one's going to be the most difficult, and then after that, they should become progressively easier. Now, I haven't talked about Brother Bobby. Brother Bobby was basically a conduit through which I entered this Spirit Heart only phase, which may be awesome or may be terrible, largely depending on what kind of items I get by the time we actually get to Polaroid. Obviously, Polaroid, it becomes, if you're running not entirely on Spirit Hearts, then Polaroid is one of those items that is just like, yeah, you know, I have to take it, basically. The benefit, or the value of Polaroid comes from the fact that you absolutely have to take it if you want to beat the chest. Whereas, in this situation, it actually becomes an incredibly valuable trinket. Certainly much more valuable than umbilical cord, which apparently does not function on, you know, standard Isaac failings, if I'm being honest here, where basically, you know, things like the Polaroid give you invincibility if you're running on Spirit Hearts. Sadly, umbilical cord, which normally, that was awesome, which normally gives you a follower when you get down to half of a regular hearts, does not seem to work with that same... It's not necessarily an exploit, but that same Spirit Heart mechanic seems to be if you fall down to 1 half Spirit Heart, you get the follower, or 1 half regular heart. But anyway, hopefully that made at least a lick of sense to you, because it doesn't to me. I have not been to the secret room yet, and with 6 bombs, it would be a very smart idea to do so, I would say. So let's see what we've got in here. More money. Beautiful. We're going to save that, obviously, because we would love to buy more items in shops in the future. And I would say we're doing fantastically right here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, we might as well pop up in the High Priestess here. It's going to make things easier on us, build up our rage a little bit. I almost always take 1 hit against this guy, so if I can minimize that, I'll feel at least a little bit better about this. I don't even want that HP upgrade. We're going to abandon that HP upgrade. I know that seems crazy, but I think that is the correct solution. At least for the playstyle that I've kind of cultured recently. Which is I kind of have this obsession with, you know, whatever character you're playing as, just fucking get rid of your regular hearts as soon as you can. It might be a great idea, it might be a terrible idea. Again, I'm not 100% sure. But it seems to work out more than it doesn't work out. And again, I like the fact that rage is building up to red tiers. Again, I know it's relatively arbitrary, but I like the fact that I got the red tears after one hit. You know, it makes you feel like you're important. Like people are taking your opinion seriously. Like, hey, take my opinion seriously, or I will bleed tears on you, or cry blood on you. Either way, if someone said that to me, I would be like, you're crazy, but respect, because I'm not going to mess with you. So these eyeless ooze guys and eye full ooze guys are going to have basically zero chance at hitting me, unless I put myself in a not great situation like it just happened. And again, kind of put myself dangerously close. There was no reason for that. I know I don't have 15 cents, but let's check out our shop here. I think it's worth it to buy a key. That means the shop at the very least. I mean, it hasn't paid for itself. I used a key and paid 5 cents just to get in, but at least I haven't like lost a key overall on it. We're only on the 4th floor here. There's a little bit more money. The big item in there was Notched Axe, which is not something that I could really foresee myself spending money on. It's actually probably substantially worse than the Book of Sin. What's this pill? Tears up. Beautiful. Great with Polyphemus. Works well. I would love to get a damage upgrade at some point. Don't need Mom's Knife, Brimstone. Those are all great items. They work well with Polyphemus. Like I said, Polyphemus makes a great base with pretty much everything. But I'd be happy with standard damage ups as well. You know, if you can juice me with enough Tears upgrades as well, I'd be happy. But that seems unlikely to me. Some more keys, more bombs, a pill, which is hopefully not health up. Balls of Steel. It's health up. Well, as long as we stay at just half a heart, we're okay. Or if we continue to get rid of these in Deals with the Devil or in Blood Banks, I guess we're fine. And in fact, I could leverage that in a Deal with the Devil, but, you know, it's one of those things where I'm playing pretty poorly right now, so I kind of don't expect Deals with the Devil to be all that regular, although that was a pretty quality dodge that just happened recently. We're definitely going to open up that's 2 more Spirit Hearts, incredibly valuable. Worth noting, even though I have a lot of Spirit Hearts right now, I have no means of which to replenish them. So I've just been getting, as you can see here, incredibly lucky with my Spirit Heart drops. We could get more lucky here. Anytime I see blue enemies, I always assume Spirit Hearts are a likelihood. Or at least, you know, in play. Well, not that time. Yeah, Game Kid. I think that's worth getting rid of Book of Sin for. Some people may disagree. We get Poison Touch as well. Yeah, I think this is awesome. Like I said, or like I have said many, many times. Oh, that's not good. I should have definitely dodged that. Game Kid, or sorry, Poison Touch, Polaroid is a fantastic combination. Because when you get hit on those bosses, like Isaac, Blue Baby, any boss really, whenever you get hit, you are going to walk into them and do a substantial amount of damage. So it's not like you're just... If you're trading hits with the enemy, assuming you have enough health, you're going to survive, because you're going to be doing way more damage than they are overall. That was another bad dodge on my part. That was a pretty poor room, but it was worth it for the Poison Touch. Alright, so let's see what we've got for a boss here. We got Fistula. This is definitely Game Kid worthy, especially considering I have the Poison Touch that should allow me to do extra damage, although I apparently can't hit anything. That went substantially worse than I expected it to. But again, what's our big hope here? Deal with the Devil, 1 heart deal for something incredibly valuable. I hate to say it, Mom's Knife would be awesome. If it doesn't show up, it doesn't show up. It's already been a good run. That was another, yet another terrible dodge on my part. Let's see what our tarot card is going to be from this Tears upgrade. Well, actually, it's a bicycle card, 2 of hearts. That's garbage. And Guppy's Paw. It's worth it to pick it up just to get rid of the existing heart that we had. Now, we definitely do not want Guppy's Tail. Here's the real question. Do we want to keep Game Kid? I think we do. But Guppy's Paw could potentially be valuable as well. I think, you know, let's go crazy. Let's stick with Guppy's Paw. My reasoning being, if we come across an HP upgrade, that will basically allow us to get... Every HP upgrade is going to be worth 3 Spirit Hearts. And HP upgrades are pretty common. We could get another, you know, 6 Spirit Hearts out of this item. We could get 0 out of this item as well. But I should point out, we do also know already what pill is HP... Oh, thank God, we finally killed one there. We already know what pill is HP upgrade, so if we can get more of those, then... Oh, that was last run, wasn't it? Maybe we don't know which pill HP upgrade is. Oh well. I still think it's for the best here. Game Kid's a solid item, don't get me wrong. Is it going to be game-breaking? No, neither is Guppy's Paw, in all likelihood, but I'm trying things out here. Mixing it up just a little bit. You know, there's been a lot of unicorn runs, Game Kid runs in my Isaac career so far. I feel like this is a reasonable... you know, kind of direction to take. Mix things up just a little bit. I never should have taken that damage. blame it on the wine. What can I say? You know, that Canadian train wine never fails. So did we get we did get another drop in there, but it was just a red heart, which I don't want. Don't really want to fight Envy either. The bonus here is that we could possibly get Attack Fly. And I say bonus a little bit tongue-in-cheek because Attack Fly is an item that doesn't really interest me all that much. But it has the potential, you know. I've seen Michael Alefox use Attack Fly with a little bit of success, more than you would expect given his kind of novice niche at Isaac. And that's not a put down on him either. He only has like 4 or 5 games played or something. But, so yeah, you know, I know Attack Fly does have some value, and we're going to pick it up, apparently. We're going to get Judgment as well, which we can't really do anything with. We're going to get a Health Up pill? Alright, maybe that was this run, I guess. And then we'll Guppy's Paw that into 3 more Spirit Hearts. Do we want Judgment or the 2 of Hearts? I think we want Judgment. And it's going to be a Demon Judgment, so we can't really do anything with that. Anyway, to a certain extent, that worked out a little bit. And again, Attack Fly is one of those items that's just going to work... It's kind of similar to... the Poison Touch, actually. So when we take damage, we'll be able to get up real close with that Attack Fly, you know, tear bosses, some new assholes, but hopefully I end up in situations where I don't get hit. So now that we've gotten an extra 3 Spirit Hearts, it's going to be Odd Mushroom for super fast fire rate. Oh, that fire almost got me. That's awesome because we got Polyphemus working in conjunction with this. Yeah, I would say that situation, or that decision to get rid of Game Kid in order to pick up Guppy's Paw is definitely something that has worked out well for us. Now, we are firing crazy fast here, which is awesome for us. We are going to be able to build some rage on Gish, and we're going to get another familiar in Little Gish here, which is beautiful for us. One of my favorite familiars, as I've mentioned many a time. Oh, I did not expect or mean to take damage there. But it's all good. We may or may not get a deal with the devil here. It may or may not even have Spirit Hearts to allow us to make a valid deal as opposed to just losing all our health immediately. We'll see. Could work out well, could work out terribly. Who knows? So there's our Little Gish. We don't get anything beyond that. That's okay. So now we have slowing. I mean, I was going to list a number of tier effects there. What do we have? We have big, high damage tier shots that also have some slowing component added to the side of them by way of Gish's firing here. Is it... You know, the best run I've ever had in my Binding of Isaac career? Absolutely not. But it's a run that is potentially able to complete the game here. It depends on a number of things. It depends, you know, I would love to get a damage or health upgrade that I could turn into Guppy's Paw, of course. Not the damage upgrade, but the health upgrade I could turn into Guppy's Paw. From our next boss, or from, you know, our boss, I almost said their Skull-X boss. I'm not trying to foreshadow here, but in all likelihood it will be Skull-X. On Womb Part 1... Anyway, there's a lot of things going on that could potentially work out awesome or terribly for us. So I will buy the Steam sale because we're going to probably buy more on this floor and the next floor. We'll definitely pick up that. We'll definitely pick up our key. I don't know what this pill is, so I'm going to pick it up. It's locked down. Well, you know, 3 cents. Good enough for me to remember in the future that I should definitely remember what pills are. That was horrible. That I should remember what pills are so that I don't have to, you know, spend that again in the future. Let's see what we've got in our room here. I don't think that's worth opening up, to be honest with you. And we should be able to tear through this quite easily. I cannot recall if we have been to the secret room. Another thing that I'm going to blame on Via Rail Wine. We'll pick this up. And we could... I don't know if we can get a bomb close enough to blow up both the secret room and the slot machine. Well, we get 6 cents out of the secret room anyway, so that's something. And we're going to save that for the next floor, definitely, even though there's probably at this point, like, 2/3 to 3/4 chance, you know, 66 to 75% chance that we're going to run into greed on that next floor in the shop. That would be my educated guess anyway. But we'll see what we've got down here. We're going to be going to the Depths Part 2. This run hasn't turned out too bad. I've liked it so far. I don't know why I chose to go in this direction to start with. Seems like I put myself kind of right in harm's way. Just kill one of these guys, please. There we go. There's 1 down. There's 2 down. We got to deal with these flies. They're kind of, they're hardy. They're pains in the ass. We get tons of money out of this, which again just increases, in my opinion, the likelihood that we're going to run into greed. But maybe in the secret room we'll run into greed. Nope, we're gonna get the noose, actually. That's awesome. Can't complain about that. So Transcendence will allow us to fly. Ladder is now useless, but it's definitely served its purpose over the past few floors. And well, the moment of truth is here. We're going to see if we're going to get greed. In all likelihood, I think that is probably what's going to happen. That's okay. We've had a good run with respect to shops. We picked up map. We did not pick up compass, but we picked up map. I forget what else. That health upgrade is awesome because we'll use Guppy's Paw, and basically we just got 3 extra spirit hearts there. There is greed. We lost a little bit of health there, but that's okay. What could greed possibly give us that would benefit us? Wow, that was bad damage. Extra money, which we can use to play fortune tellers and things like that. Sadly, we did not really get anything super extra useful on top of that. I would have loved to get a key, considering we used one to get into the shop. But hey, if we come across the item room up here, that was again terrible damage on my part. And again, exceedingly horrible damage on my part. I'm dealing with a lot of bombs and, well, I can fly, so I don't really have any excuse. But there's a secret room opened up again. Took more damage from these fucking nubs. Seriously. Well, at least we got a spirit heart drop out of one. Well, we've already lost a little bit of extra health on top of that. I don't know how that worked out. I can't see my health, so I'm choosing to assume that I just, you know, broke even. I definitely lost at least 1 heart there. It might have been 1.5 too. But again, I'm going to choose to ignore that fact. And I'm going to choose to ignore the fact that I'm taking some incredibly dumb damage here. And instead, just focus on the fact that we are almost certainly on this run. It would be very surprising to me if we did not beat, at the very least. That was a surprisingly good dodge. If we didn't beat, at the very least, Mom's heart. Isaac is a possibility. Blue Baby, I wouldn't even necessarily say is a long shot, but it's one of those things where, you know, there's too many variables happening between now and the chest to decide, or to make an accurate prediction, I would say, of whether we have a good chance or a terrible chance. I don't think it's out of the question. You know, I would love to get some more damage upgrades, like that rock there, for example, to make it a little bit more. I can't believe that thing shot 3 times in a row. To make it a little bit more likely, but certainly. You know, all the pieces are in place, especially once we get the Polaroid on this floor, to make a decent run possible. We're going to get rid of umbilical cord. For what it's worth, maybe we'll be able to pick up some extra bombs. Range upgrade is, I guess, worth getting because we're here. But certainly not the kind of upgrade that I was really hoping for. But we did get that rock. Oh my god, it's more damage. But that rock is going to allow us to do more damage without even getting rage procced, which is beautiful for us. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Samson's always he's a crapshoot, even at the best of times, right? So, given this situation, compared to how the last run went, I'm happy with how this run has gone so far, for sure. But we will see if we have any long-term prospects here beyond, you know, just getting a Mom kill. I took more damage there. I mean, I realize I'm taking damage here that should never happen. Forgive my peripheral vision right now. Stay on the outskirts here, especially considering I can fly. I shouldn't be taking nearly as much damage, but the miter is an ungodly, pun completely unintended there, an item of great usefulness, shall we say, to avoid any unnecessary puns. One of those items that, especially if we manage to get the relic at some point, is just going to contribute to us getting a lot of spirit hearts, as you can see right there. Probably the miter had a play in that. And more spirit hearts. I mean, now that we have the miter, we probably are in a situation where we don't necessarily, I'm not saying I wouldn't take it, but we don't necessarily need something like the Book of Revelations or the nail. I mean, if the nail came up, I would probably take it. I think I'd be stupid not to. But we can probably survive without getting something that allows us to actively replenish our spirit hearts. I mean, we could also easily fail, but tears down. It sucks, I guess. But we have a stronger case now, a much stronger case than we did even 5 minutes ago. So, that was bad damage, but at least I got him a poison touch. And we'll get this extra penny. We've got to be coming up to the boss room here. No, I mean, like, I'm not trying to say, like, in an exasperated tone. We actually do have to be coming up to the boss room here. There's absolutely no way we could not be. That was, again, horrible damage, but I'm getting crowded out here. Sneak some shots in, please. There we go. These masks are doing a pretty goddamn great job of being total dicks. Oh my god, just kill one! I've hit them like 3 times. Get a nice little setup here. There we go, there's 2 down. They should die in 1 hit each now. There we go, beautiful. Well, not beautiful, because that was actually really bad for us. Please give us a health upgrade here, Mom, so that we can, you know, pick up some extra spirit hearts as a result, I should say. Either way, Polaroid is going to be showing up after this, which is going to mean that we are going to have a lot of extra resiliency when it comes to the damage that we're going to be taking. I'm just going to keep this up. I'm going to be a little quiet because I'm trying to do my best to stay on top of things here. Just took a little bit of damage. I think I ran into an enemy there, but, you know, I guess that's the beauty of having Poison Touch, that you might take damage, but hey, you should see the other guy. Alright, so we get Pageant Boy, which is one of the worst items you could possibly get right now, considering there's no more shops coming. But I guess it did give us one extra bomb, because I do have the Burnt Penny, or did have the Burnt Penny. Now we're going to have the Polaroid. We're going to see what we can and cannot do. Now that we're low, like 7 Spirit Hearts, I don't know. Anything could still happen. I'm not going to count us out just yet, but certainly I liked it better when there were Spirit Hearts off the screen, and I felt like we were a little bit, you know, tougher, a little bit hardier. But of course, as you can see right there, you know, we can still get Spirit Heart drops. I'm sure the Miter had something to do with that. And at a bare minimum, I think we have a pretty easy path to getting through Mom's Heart here. It depends on what our first boss is going to be. I would actually, at this point, if we don't get an HP upgrade, which would probably be my ideal, because we'd get 3 extra Spirit Hearts, but if we don't get an HP upgrade, I guess I would prefer to fight Death? Would it be? It would be Death, or it would be War. I prefer to fight War, so that we can get that second level Cube of Meat. Oh no, we got Cube of Meat in the last run, didn't we? See, this is the problem with these 2-run games, or 2-run videos. I always get confused. Oh, I should not be standing there, but at the very least that allows us to then run through every enemy. What the heck was I gonna say? Fetus in a jar. Fetus in a jar. Epic fetus. Lots of money. Well, 60 cents, it's better than 50 cents, but I have no aspirations of a career in pseudo-gangster rap. And again, stupid damage, but we should get a Spirit Heart out of it, and indeed we did. Not going well right now. My play is the principal limiting factor here. That's not the boss, but that is a damage upgrade, which is huge. Now, what am I hoping for from the boss? Health upgrade. I mean, I just said that fairly recently, but I definitely do not want to fight Death at this point. Now that I remember that is just going to give me... That is actually the worst boss that we could fight. A second level Cube of Meat is one thing. You know, an extra familiar to do a little bit more damage, keep you company on those lonely nights. Not so much interested in the idea of a... Well, I can fly. Why don't I just do that? Not so much interested in the idea of a, you know, first level Cube of Meat. Again, we can just run into these guys because I'm stupid and took some terrible damage to start with. And we're going to be dealing with Teratoma, so we're going to have some spiders. But that's okay, because we should be able to just hang out over top of one of these rocks if things get a little bit hairy. And we won't be able to shoot across, but our... oh my god, that thing still hit me? How's that possible? Anyway, our attack fly took care of a lot of that. We're going to get this HP upgrade. Also gives us Tears upgrade. And it's down to the next floor with, I think, a one-way ticket to beating Mom's Heart, but probably not much beyond that. I foresee success followed by immediate failure, basically. Yes, we have a chance against Isaac. That's going to depend on, I guess, basically my dodging, which is not maybe what you want to hear at this point, considering how I played so far. But, yeah, it could happen. I hope we get another attack fly here. You should be able to stack attack flies like you stack Halo of flies, so you could have like 6 attack flies going around you. That could actually be a little valuable. You know, the best defense is a good offense. Probably don't want the laser. Yeah, I might even want the laser at this point. We're getting a little bit late in the game here for me to be saying no to offensive Spirit Heart items. I can't even really, when these guys all get firing at around the same time, I can't even see what the heck's going on. But we could get an HP upgrade here, even a 2-heart HP upgrade, I think, which would be awesome from a Guppy's Paw perspective. I can't believe I was hit there. Well, just more health couldn't possibly be more useless. Well, I suppose it could be. Instead of health, they could have just given me... Actually, I'm trying to think of what would be more useless. I guess just a spacebar item that I wanted even less than I wanted the laser. Who knows at this point? So that thing is dead. We don't pick up a whole heck of a lot as a result of that. Please tell me that this is where our boss is going to be. Oh my god! I walked right into that. There's no excuse for that. Balls of Steel would be a great pill right now. Range up. If you gotta give me range up, I mean, I'd rather you give me that than something negative. We do have 26 bombs here. Why not make our life a little bit easier against Chubb? Come at me, bro. Now that you are dead, we will go fight Mom's Heart here. Again, should be an easy fight. And so far, we're sticking true to that. Just gonna put this bomb here and then shoot it in at the last possible second. Actually, kind of didn't work out that well for us. But, you know, this is one of those things, I say this every time we fight Mom as Samson, or Mom's Heart as Samson, but we're gonna be able to get a ton of extra damage here as a result of Rage. So by the end of this fight, I mean, you can already see how big our tears are. Part of that is Polyphemus, and part of that is Rage, but we're already doing a ton of damage here. Now, if only I had Spectral Tears. Not Spectral Tears, Piercing Tears. I would be a little bit of a happier camper, I would say. We're going to be in continuously firing bombs territory now, which means I'm going to get the fuck out of the way. But the creep doesn't bother me, because I can fly. And we actually got that bomb hand-delivered to us, I guess. It's up to the next floor. I don't even think I took any damage on that fight. I can't recall. Wouldn't surprise me if I've merely forgotten. However, I think that went reasonably well. So do we have a chance against Isaac? Of course we do. Is it likely? Of course it's not, but stranger things have happened. 5 hearts, 4 hearts, 6 hearts. Oh, four hearts now. Who knows what we're going to have when we go into that fight. You know, the more the better, of course, but we've made it happen unless anything could go right or wrong here. This is not the right way. This is an example of something going wrong, I would say. Especially now that I've been hit again. It's going to take us down to 3 hearts, which is not good for us in the least. 6 Angel Fetuses is kind of a tough room as well. Certainly whoever brainstormed this one has a future planning out games with Jigsaw on Saw 17 coming out this fall. Double billing, Saw 17 and Paranormal Activity, Who Gives a Shit 3D. Okay. We get another key there. Could really use more Spirit Hearts at this point. That is not... It's a boss, but it's not our boss room that we want to run into. There is a mob trap room. That's not even a boss trap room, which could give me an HP upgrade, which would make my life, you know, perhaps anything more than this living tomb that I'm existing in right now. In Isaac, of course. When it comes to actual life, no complaints right now. At least not on the level of being entombed in existence. So we're going to go through this. We get another key. Thank God for all these keys, because Lord knows that when we get to the chest, wink wink, and the winks of course are because that's never going to fucking happen, I'm going to be excited for that. So I'm just doing some crazy poison touching here. We're down to 2 hearts. That's real bad for us. Pick up another key here because apparently I picked up, you know, flat penny recently. Yeah, that's not good for us. We're down to 1 now. We got the Joker card. Who knows? I guess we could potentially kill ourselves here. I was kind of expecting that was going to happen. But at the same time, I was like, wait, really? Like, you're going to give me an extra Spirit Art to take this item? So that's exactly how that shit went down. Also, now we have wings for some reason, which is as confusing to me as it is to you. So it turns out we were actually going the right way here to start with. Remember when I said I wanted to fight war? Apparently the Troll Engine is watching this video before it even releases on the tube of views. Lucky for it. So war is gonna die here. We're down to 1 Spirit Heart again, but at least we got that sweet upgrade. Otherwise we would actually be dead right now. Is this gonna be the room where we die? Probably. The white bomb flies historically are a bad enemy for me. Having the Widow as a distraction certainly doesn't help. As you can see right there, almost lost it. Widow's dead. Now just don't die to the white bomb fly. It's very simple. We kill the bomb fly. We'll continue now. Now don't die to greed either. Dying to greed is like... I don't mind losing in Isaac, but dying to greed is like losing in multiplayer. It's like someone out there is watching and keeping score. Greed is my greatest enemy. Okay, so we've got our boss room here. There's absolutely no way we survive to beat Isaac. But if we can survive to get to Isaac, that is a hollow victory, but a victory of sorts, nonetheless. Oh, this is real bad. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. Somehow managed to survive through that. Thank you, Polyphemus, for basically functioning as piercing shots. Wow. Okay. I don't know what kind of Rain Man-esque bullshit came over my brain there, But we're at least gonna get into this fight. If we get hit once, we die. So the invincibility from Polaroid is meaningless, as you can see right there. But at least it's over. It was not bad in its own right as well. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.